Happy Monday to you, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Monday workout. Let's begin with our warm-up. We're gonna start with a single 600-meter jog, somewhere around 3 minutes. When you come back inside, I just want a plate on the floor. You can probably use one of the ones that you're gonna use for your thrusters. Doesn't need to be more than 4 or 3 inches high. We're gonna do our single leg heel taps. This is a knee recovery or rehab exercise. So take your time on it, make these good detail movements. Only tap the heel just barely as we squat down with that single leg. Does not have to be a huge range of motion. We're just trying to pump up the quad and get a little tension on that patella tendon. If you want to go a little bit deeper into it, just reach your heel out further as you squat down. You should have a good burn in the quad when you finish with that. The next one we're gonna do is lateral plate hops. And if you won't wanna do jumping over the plate, you can always just do a line hop. What I'd like to see is stand on one side of the plate and then ballistic, explosive, reactive. We wanna hop, 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 hop. A total of 12. Make sure you don't clip your foot on the edge of the plate. So if you're at all worried about that, just go to the line, but try to get a little bit of extra distance as we go side to side. And again, the purpose of that is just warming up the lower extremities, getting a little lateral loading on the foot, ankle, and the knee, right? So we're not always just going straight forward linear in our movements. We're also preparing for side to side movement. All right, next one is a little bit of deadlift prep. So drinking bird. So this is a short stagger step forward, both knees slightly bent, hips move back, chest pivots down, and then I take a step, all right? Does not have to be a super long movement. I'm just trying to get a little pulse of a stretch on that front hamstring, and then we'll move right into our first set of warm-up deadlifts. You can do that first set with the empty barbell, and then move up in weight accordingly. In between the deadlift warm-ups and the actual loaded ones that are put into sugar wad for you, you may add a couple extra small sets on the way up to our 92% for 3. So that is a pretty heavy triple, should be close to a 3 rep max. We're moving towards the last phase of lifting before we do our max outs. So make sure we should be really close. So this is when we get into the phase of the programming where it's possible that you might fail if you shoot a little bit too high. Obviously, we'd always like to see you be successful on that last set of that final heaviest set of 3 where it's an actual 3 rep max. That's what actually makes progress. We have to be in that range in order to pump up your strength numbers. And if you're somebody that we are routinely encouraging to lift heavier, just understand that from the coach's perspective, we only encourage you to go up in weight if we know that your technique is sound at the weights that we've seen you lift in the past. So it's never like a wild scientific experiment of like, hey, who knows, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. No, we only do that when we are being very strategic in helping you to get stronger. So you should consider that the biggest compliment that a coach can give you is when they say, why don't you put 10 more pounds on the bar, okay? Because that means that we see the potential in you and we're trying to help you conquer your fears and be confident in the ability and give you new ability after you lift that next heavier weight, okay? The next one is going to be our deadlifts. So make sure you're taking appropriate rest, especially as you get to that last couple sets of 3. When we're finished with the deadlifts, we should have plenty of time to rest and recover. And what we're gonna do is a little couplet. This is a workout we've done before. It's been about a year, and I would love to see you guys either beat the time with the same exact movement standards and weight that you did last time, or try a little bit heavier on the thruster if you didn't do it RX last time, or try some double unders if you were doing singles last year. Let's see some progression. You've had a year to practice these 2 movements, and we've been doing some heavier thrusters recently, so you should be tuned up relatively well for this one. But it's an ascending, descending ladder style. It's gonna start with thrusters, and then it's gonna move to double unders. So it's always gonna be thruster first, double under second, but the rep ranges are gonna flip-flop. So it'll be 1 heavy thruster. This will be from the floor. So if the bar was loaded, it would be about at my shins. You are totally welcome to do squat clean if you want to, and then thruster, right? First rep, and then set it down. And then we're moving to our jump rope. So this will be the set of 50 double unders. So, and you know what this looks like. I don't need to do too many of them for you. The relative time frame that we're looking for is 5 minutes for the entire thing. That's a pretty tall order, right? It's a short duration, high intensity workout with a heavy load. So it's gonna be very challenging when you get to the end. I would like to see the thrusters be challenging, but they should always be able to be done unbroken. So even when you're super tired, that set of 5 at either 135 or 95 should be within your grasp. So if you don't think that that's possible, or if it's way out of your comfort zone, then let's select a weight that's just slightly outside of your comfort zone, right? And that's kind of how we want to push you in general to grow. Is I don't want to put so much weight on the bar that it totally shuts you down from panic and disaster, right? But I want it to be just enough to make you a little bit nervous about it, that you got a little butterflies when I say 3, 2, 1, go on the clock, right? And in general, your entire set of 1 plus 50 or 2 plus 40 or 3 plus 30, those should be able to be done in under a minute, okay? And I know that's a lot, but it is possible if you hustle and minimize transitions and really push hard on this little short workout. It's only 5 minutes. How hard can it be? That's it for today. Hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you for our workout Tuesday.